guys can let me know what's happening and if everything sounds good. Just waiting for the stream to start. Who is here? Smoke824 is here. Happy little fox, aka Benji. Anything orange? Yes, there's an orange fairy light for you. Big Clive, Big Clive, Big Clive. Are we there yet? Oh, there's an advert. Paradise and Gel. It's just kind of frozen, actually. Is it going to do anything if I've done it? No, I've paused it. Okay. Greetings indeed. Um, Going well, Craig Matthews. I can skip that advert and we can actually see how the stream's looking. There we go. It's not too bad. It is not too bad. Ralph will join me in due course. Um, Now let's see. Is this thing visible? Yeah, this thing. I've got this decorative candle type thing here. It's not that visible. It's strangely, mind you, the glass in front of it was probably not really helping much. That is barely visible. That's rubbish, actually. It'd be better in a dark room, but this is studio lighting. Greetings to the Czech Republic, Lucas. So how does it sound? Ralph will be through, Craig Matthews. In due course, he's just getting some stuff up. It's a bit kind of blurry. Did it? No, it's probably because I've got it in the selfie cam, and it's probably just not perfect, but that's okay. It's good enough. The lighting I've also kept it low because Ralph was complaining if the lighting was too bright. I can make the lighting brighter. He'll just have to get used to it. Shows your baubles, indeed. I've created Los Angeles, Rifleman. Greetings back to Los Angeles. And to the English Midlands, Laurie. Is Ralph putting on his fancy clothes? I think he is putting on his fancy clothes. Not really sure. Being an Undertaker, he might come in his Undertaker garb. I did actually ask if he'd wear his Undertaker outfit and his top hat and everything, and he said, no, absolutely not. That'd be very unprofessional. You'll be glad to know. Why are you wearing Florange? Florange. Is that fluorescent orange? We've got the carbonator here because we're going to be putting wine through the carbonator later on. Oh, thank you, Dion. Hi from SA. How are you? Could you do a woofle? There'll be no woofles during this particular stream because I'm over at Ralph's place and he's not that keen on me doing huge, big, flaming fireballs for some reason. What do you call a reindeer with no legs? A dragon. Oh, that's a bit odd, Steve R. Carbonation, indeed, of wine. China North Air Guns. Guinea pig died. Somehow misplaced a chicken. Fireplace malfunctioning and the linkage fell off my transfer case. Been a great day. That's not so great. It's... Merry Christmas back to Wales, Daffod. Thank you, the Turtle Mouse. Much appreciated. Happy Christmas for your next bottle of cheap wine to carbonate. Ralph has chosen the wine that's to be carbonated. It's Marks and Spencer's wine, a bit too posh for me. We're about to carbonate. We are carbonating, Craig Matthews, some of Ralph's fancy booze. This is English orange wine. Our journey from the grape to glass, blah, blah, blah. Dry matured orange wine. Mandarin peel, coriander seeds, pink grapefruit. Oh, that's the taste. Right, okay. Why do they call it orange? Is it just because of the colour? I think it is just because of the colour. I don't think there's orange involved. Chocolate Santa's up the bottom. What? All Loud Nation. You can do that if you wish, yes. Lick them first so they go in easily, otherwise it's going to be quite slow waiting for them to melt. I hope Ralph is not wearing kilts. So do I. Kilts. I've never ever worn a kilt. Nothing against kilts. I've just not done it. Thank you, the Radio Rover. Much appreciated. Has Ralph not turned on the heating? We've got a stove going on down here. It's a solid fuel burner. Orange wine, Liz Edwards. I wish it was actually oranges, but it's just the colour that's apparently orange. But we'll see. I'll tell you what it tastes like once we taste it. Given the comfy chair to Ralph. Ralph chose this little fold-out chair. I'm not sure why he did that. There's other chairs. I never understand this wine snob stuff. I don't get it either, but if people want it, they want it. Thank you, MX Slick. Merry Christmas to you, Clive and Ralphie. Buy a pint or two and me. Cheers from a rainy and unreasonably warm Idaho. Are you ever going to be on eFix? I did get invited to do a video with eFix, but I haven't done it. And thank you, Carol Doris. Much appreciated. It is you again indeed. Can you give a shout out to my dad, Stephen? He's watching. Love, Niam. Greetings, Stephen. Dark and stormy, that's what it's like in the Isle of Man. Are you waiting for Indiana Jones? Indiana Jones? Waiting for Ralphie. You finished work trousers? This is my fashion. This is what I wear. It's the only things that will actually withstand the size of a bear. Any news on Naomi Wu? Naomi's fine. I was talking to her recently. Missing a supercomputer. We have the Christmas tree. The Christmas tree is the supercomputer. We will not be whiffling tonight, Colin, because Ralph doesn't really want me shooting fireballs in his house for some odd reason. I don't know why. It's the place is sooty anyway, because there is a log fire down here. Are you using a Chromebook? I am indeed using a Chromebook. And if you wonder why it's slightly out of focus, just slightly soft, it's the beauty filter, because me and Ralph need it. The tree looks very harsh. Alex of Technology Connections would not be pleased. Greetings back to Wigan, Andy. Bears do fart in the kitchen. Yes, bears fart everywhere. Is a log fire on? Yes, it is. It's a solid fuel stove. Ralphie will make his appearance in due course. He likes to do a huge dramatic entrance. Will you give a shout out to my mum, Deirdre? Sheila's watching you. Greetings, Deirdre, should I say. Clara. Thank you, Kenneth. A few toonies from Canada, much appreciated. Merry Christmas from Ada and family. Merry Christmas to you too. Does Ralphie only own one chair? There's lots of chairs here, but they're all uncomfortable. This one is so uncomfortable to sit in. It's back-breaking. Thank you, Adam. Much appreciated. Clive, you and Ralphie are handsome. Well, I don't know about Ralphie, but you know I am, so that's fine. No beauty filter needed. Certainly to certain people, I'm handsome. Other people, maybe not. Everybody has their own perspective of handsome. I prefer the more rugged appearance than the beauty fashion look. Brokeback Clive, it feels like it at the moment, and in this seat it's Victorian. My dad liked the Victorian stuff, but it's terribly badly functional. I like to have it's up to the 2020 code for St. Martin, St. Nicholas, and St. Claus. Very ardred. I'll believe you on that. Looking ZZ, I always look ZZ top. I may have over-trimmed the moustache a bit, but that's okay. Bunga Bunga Party. Thank Clive because you have spent hundreds of pounds on cheap Chinese Tatin AliExpress. It's addictive. It is indeed. Very enjoyable though when those mystery bags arrived. Horovac says that's not okay. That's his opening statement. That's Horovac. We're going to be drinking some toasts tonight. The first one is going to be Adam the Woo. For those who know Adam the Woo on YouTube. Because Adam is no longer with us, unfortunately. Very sad. Very unexpected. My TV is set to change to The Good Life. Well, that's retro. At 2140, Steve or PCB. Felicity Kendall. I used to watch that in the past. You weren't raised in Isle of Man, or were you? No, my grandparents lived here, then my parents moved across and, well, we came over to look after the parents. Rob Moore, I think I'm more haggard. Wait, sorry, rugged. Yes. I hope you're enjoying your time off, Rob, one of the hardest workers in the entertainment industry. Why, thank you, Naismith. Sad news about Adam the Woo. It is indeed. Adam the what? Adam the Woo. Did very laid back. guy. Posted a video every day, just it didn't originally start that way. It was the channel was originally Adam with the Woo and there was Daily Woo. And then he kind of went so far that and then backed off. He was struggling to keep videos coming out every day, which I can understand, particularly if you're under the weather. But then he started it again. He just got back from France, from Paris. He was at the Disney Paris. Hamilton Mechanical. I don't know who Greg Biffle, not sure about Greg Biffle, and lost a friend to what appears to be a heart attack 48. It's just not great, is it? But that's okay. Hopefully things will be good. Was before he got stuck in Disney? Not sure. But there was a whole load of the American YouTubers went across. The Disney YouTubers went across to Disney Paris, and they loved the place. And I'm not surprised. It's very good. Is Ralphie off taking a shit? Yes. Please invite the cats in the stream, Clive. The cats have already been in, but they'll hopefully be in again later. MD Watcher on Christmas Day. That's a good point, Wet Wearer, because you never really like it. Oh, Greg Biffle was a race car driver who helped a ton during the flooding here. It was a plane crash. Potato Vision, is it slightly grainy? It is kind of coarse, isn't it? It could be sharper. What is the resolution? Auto 1080p. I didn't know that YouTube had done that. Carbonate Ralph. No, he's already pickled. Ralph will be here. WebVet, I'm 51 to Heart Attack and June, very thankful to be here watching you all. Talking of which, I see a little kitty. That looks like Fluff. Hey, Fluff. Are you coming in? If Fluff is just like looking in here and doesn't really know what's happening, are you going up in the seat, kitty cat? Can you see Fluff there? Fluff is making an appearance. Do you know what it is? It's the ultrasonic. This thing here it's not very visible. This thing is the electronic candle thing. I'm going to turn it off because it's just making noise and it's not doing much. Kitty cat. Yeah, is that better, kitty cat? Hey, what you saying? What you saying? Thank you, Jusik. If I pronounce that right, Jusik. Much appreciated. After some shots, the picture will look perfectly focused. It is because it's the selfie camera. And with the selfie camera, you kind of like get that slight, it's focused to a fixed distance. The reason I didn't use the other side, the other camera, is so it doesn't keep focus hunting. One of the few times Clive has touched a pussy. This is true. Thank you, Matt Moran. Much appreciated. Thank you for excellent this year. Keep up the good work. Indeed, I intend to. What are you doing? Oh, the Ralph's seat has been taken by the kitty. The kitty has taken Ralph's seat. Oh, that's Ralph screwed now. Little Fluff has decided to join us instead. Big cats because they're farm cats, just because of the neighborhood. I can't contribute other than words. That's fine, Bob Davenport. My employer laid us off all due to tax rises. This is what happens. What mic are you using? Sounds good. It's a Hollyland Max 2. Lark 2 Max. Too many tubers lack focus control, indeed. Sorry, Martin Balfour. Sounds like you've been going through a rough time. Hopefully that'll improve. We've only got one other cat, and it's a bigger cat than that one. It's Billy, the proper farm cat. He spends a lot of his time on farms. Thank you, the Belmet. Much appreciated. Thanks for another year of awesome informative videos. Have a beer, me. Thank you. I will have some beer. Ralph has to sit. He has to. You don't give up your seat, Fluff. You just stay there. You're absolutely fine, you kitty cat. You cutie cat. Oh, look at me all going all kitty catty. Beard is glorious as advertised. It is. It is. It does fit the avatar image. I much prefer this version of Ralph. David Glover, that's fine. This one is actually nicer and more of a connoisseur. Thank you, Colin. Much appreciated. I hope this will go to help fund more Whiffle Juice for next year's streams. That will buy 10 cans of Whiffle Juice. That's like enough Whiffles to set fire to the known universe. What you thinking? What you doing? Whoop. You exploring the place, kitty. Will the kitty make a better co-host than Ralph? Yes. Was very vociferous earlier on, doing a lot of kitty talking. Were bears going squishy over a cat as expected? Absolutely. Thank you, Stephen Hodder. Not sure if how the exchange rate will get you, but hopefully it will count towards a new fun tipsy bottle. Absolutely. For a future carbonation experiment. Happy Christmas from Canada to you. And greetings back to Canada. And Soul Reaver, thank you. That's very generous of you. No treats, he's outie. What? That's what I've got, the kitties this year. Dreamies as gifts, because that. What else do you buy kitties? Anyone know how photonic induction is doing? I believe he's okay. Thank you, Sauron. Much appreciated. Merry Christmas to you. Not Merry Christmas. I'm not going to marry. But Merry Christmas. There is a mince pie. There is a mince pie over in the fireplace, heating up. I'm going to grab the mince pie. I'm going to grab the mince pie. Hi, kitty cat. Oh, you're just rolling all over the place, kitty, with your wee ginger tummy. Oh, that's better. Someone mentioned Platonic may be back soon. Ah. Thank you, Matty England. Much appreciated. When does the alcohol drinking start? When Ralph comes through, I shall carbonate a beverage, and then we shall drink toasts, mainly to Adam the Woo. Ah. What drinks have you got for Ralph to sample this year? Ralph is providing the drinks. He'll provide too much alcohol as usual because he seems to find that amusing, which is reasonable enough. Has anyone ever said you'd make a great Santa Claus, such a soft white shirt to Matt Foxall? I would be an amazing Santa. Do you know what the kids would get? Fireworks, lasers. They'd get everything. Everything that they're not allowed. Hello, small girl. Here is a packet of high-power rockets. Are the Christmas lights in the tree the dangerous Chinese ones? No, they're relatively safe. There's some colour-changing ones up the top, and then just some generic sort of red, yellow, green, blue ones down the base here. The Christmas tree that my dad was not pleased. One day I came over, I'd been working long hours, and I usually came over for Christmas every year to see the family. And my dad had not gone and got a Christmas tree, a real Christmas tree as he usually does. He was waiting for me to come across. So me and my mum went out looking for a Christmas tree when I arrived. Late, because I had been working. Ultimately, it took me. I couldn't get over as early as usual. And we went out looking for the tree, and it was, there was all that was left were these crappy trees. So my dad is completely against fake trees, but me and my mum were looking at this one in B&Q. You may come and put your hat on, making not too much noise when you do it. That's it. There's loud squishy noises. Your seat has been warmed up by the cat, by Fluff. But we ended up, this tree was the one, they had it one display, and we're thinking, it looks pretty good. And then I remember coming back here with the tree in the box, my dad looking out the window and just shaking his head. But actually, Dad took a shine to this tree. He likes it because it is actually very good and it doesn't drop its needles, which is quite good.
Hello, everybody. I'm Ralphie. I'm Clive's, Big Clive's big brother.
Indeed.
Just in case you don't know.
Well, now.
And I have been invited to join Clive for this festive seasonal broadcast.
Thank you, Stephanie Woodcock. Much appreciated. Carry on, Ralph. Ralphie's sound sucks. Does it really?
Uh-oh.
Does it really sound... Get the kitty a treat. Thank you, Orb Corp. We should get the kitty's treats. It's on.
It's definitely on, isn't it?
We'll stick it back in your head.
Yes.
It should be. It should be relatively okay.
I'll wear it at a slight
angle.
Slight
yes.
angle. There we go.
Maybe it's just your voice is unpleasant. I'm not really sure.
Now, why would that be, Clive?
Because
in the season of goodwill, how about you extending a little goodwill to me,
Ralph,
seeing as I'm your special guest co-host?
You're my big sister, so yes.
Right, so give her your big sister a glass of some orange wine. Why don't you?
I turned this thing off because it was just not visible.
Right,
It wasn't that great. Right, tell you what. Okay, let's carbonate this then.
No, I mean, it'd be a good idea to actually taste a drop of the wine before you carbonate it.
Right, okay.
So we've got a point of comparison.
Rightio. Sounds better. He has turned his bonnet at a funny angle. It's very jaunty. It's very stylish. Right, you're getting a wee taste of it, right? We want to save as much as possible for carbonation.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Now, it says orange wine, but that means the colour, isn't it? Is Ralphie a bear too? No. Ralph is a twink. You did have a beard at one point.
Yes, I did. And I don't classify myself as a twink. I classify myself as an extraterrestrial alien.
Excellent. That's good.
Cheers.
Thank you, Martin Bamforth. Much appreciated. To Ralph the alien. Twinkle lights on. Indeed, we do need photos through the ages. Oh, no, you don't want to see photos through the ages. My hair used to be like a fibre optic display. Why does Ralph always speak in such a pretentious and stilted tone? That's Horavac, who complains about everything, by the way.
Yes.
He's a grumpy bear.
It's fine because I use this voice because it's slightly patronising and it winds my little brother up.
Can I say that what this needs is orange flavouring to actually make it orange?
Well, so sad. Too bad. Never mind. There's the bottle. You've got a soda. You've got a soda streaming device thingy.
Right. Okay.
And you're going to sparkle this.
So nobody sends super chats or anything at the moment because I'm putting the computer down so we can carbonate this beverage.
While you're busy doing that, seeing as you're not so good at multitasking, would you like me to carry on the narrative?
You can carry on the narrative if you wish.
Right, so.
Oh, no, someone just... Hold on. Thank you, Nick. Much appreciated. Get the Santa suit on, fire up the sleigh. Indeed, slay the sleigh.
Right-o.
Do you have a Santa suit?
No, I don't, but I'd like to tell you, I'd like to tell your listeners, so long as they're not going to be bored by it,
no, carry on.
A very interesting story about Santa's suit. Right-o. May I proceed?
Yeah, if you wish, yes. But you're going to anyway.
If I wishy-washy.
I've not even a drink yet.
No, and you're going to have a drink later because I'm taking the opportunity in this live stream. There we go. Well, I think you better bring the device up onto the table, Clive, so people can actually see what's happening.
Well, I was about to, yes. So...
Fortunately, I'm here just to kind of help.
This goes in like this, right? And then it goes down like that, and then you pressurize it. Oh, it's taking quite a lot.
Good. That's encouraging.
It's actually, yeah, it's not supposed to make noise of that, but that's all right.
It
is releasing a lot of bubbles at the moment. That's fine. It's
got a bubble diffuser in there, which is new technology.
It's not got a bubble diffuser. It's got a slow release, so it will gradually release the pressure while we carry on with the conversation.
Right-o. So the Santa suit. Right-o. I don't know if you're aware that Santa, the clue is his appearance. He's very well wrapped for the time of year. He, with his big, heavy black boots, his waistcoats, his wide, well-insulating trousers, and his gloves. He's always seen...
Big Goth Kitty. Carry on.
Wearing gloves. And this is because he is a representative of a shaman from Northern Europe.
Okay.
Now,
thank you, Chaz Zix. Much appreciated. Slangy to you too.
Right. Now, if you were to spend some time with the Sami people of the northern Scandinavian countries, and they're a very high latitude living people, they are reindeer herders, and their folklore and their history is very much tied up with
See, I didn't know it was going to be
reindeers.
this long, this story.
Right. Well, do you want me to speed it up a little bit?
Yes, hurry up. Just get straight to the point.
I'm telling a story, Clive, to your fans.
Uh-huh.
While you sort out the...
Yes, the...
Right, so...
Notice that this gradually releases pressure, but there's also a little thing that releases it faster, but in a more controlled manner, and you can turn it on and off, and there's also a button to release the final pressure.
Yeah.
Great story, says Blind Bodger.
Well,
Are those Charles Hawtrey's glasses?
no.
Okay. Thank you, MX Slick. Much appreciated. Got to add extra to the drinks fund, the carbonation. Absolutely.
Wonderful. So, Santa is a shaman, and he's dressed in red and white, and recently the Coca-Cola Corporation have been trying to take credit for this, but this is simply not true. In my opinion, it's only opinion, while opinions are still...
Yeah, it's true. We do need the TLDR version. The too long didn't read because it is actually going on very long, but not to worry. The pressure is now released. Are you ready for fizzy wine? Oh, I've just splattered wine all over the computer.
Oh, boo-hoo.
God.
Right, I better
I like it.
finish
Thank you,
this.
Silk 666. Slick 666.
So,
Much appreciated.
so there's a mushroom that grows...
Thank you both for being yourself educated and being awesome. Merry Christmas, everyone. And Jackie says, Santa canny fly over Russia. GPS spoofing keeps rooting the sleigh somewhere towards a bog. Rest in
People
peace,
can't...
Adam.
You're speaking too fast, Clive,
Yes,
for people to hear you.
It's to so I don't get in the way of your huge and absolutely arduous story about Santa's suit.
Right. Anyway, because of the cold conditions in the northern Europe and the presence of conifer trees, you get a mushroom called the Amanita muscari, right? And this is the big red domed mushroom with the white spots
Carbonated
on it
wine.
that look like miniature snowballs. Thank you. And in fact, they're a hallucinogenic mushroom eaten by the reindeers, who then bounce and prance and get much more animated when they're drawing the Samis' sledges, because they use reindeer to draw sledges.
So can we get some of these mushrooms?
No, you cannot, Clive, because you're irresponsible enough.
I'm late for hop tonight. You are late for hop tonight. Drink some of your carbonated wine, Ralph. I want some shrooms. See, Zane the Magic Puffer Dragon says I want some shrooms. They apparently grow in the Isle of Man quite widely, but I've never seen them.
No, you haven't, Clive.
Oh, Andy Rack says, drink the reindeer wee. No.
Absolutely, yeah. Because what happens if you do not very, very carefully prepare these mushrooms, they can have substantial side effects, including paralysis and psychosis. Now, the Sami people, allegedly, you've got a donation, Clive.
Indeed,
do you want to respond?
TH, yes. Why is Bro still yapping? It's because Ralph doesn't do small stories.
No.
Anyway, cut straight to the point, Ralph.
There's a reason. And what the Sami people would do is they would drink the urine of the reindeer because the reindeer actually had processed the psychic effects of these mushrooms to make it palatable to humans and assimilatable. There you have it.
That's how Coca-Cola was born. It's actually reindeer piss.
No, Coca-Cola started off as a medical tonic combining cola nut extract with cocaine.
Yes. Dry those mushrooms out, Clive, low and slow in the oven, says Barry from Barnsley. I'll keep that in mind. Thank you, Soul Reaver. Much appreciated.
Good advice.
Pee is not
Slow.
palatable, says Chen North Airgun.
Our own pee is good for chilblains, if we have chilblains in our feet, but certainly there's no harm in some animal urine, depending on how Safe it is.
C2S says they were just looking for an excuse to drink the wee. That's possible. You know what it's like.
What is it like, Clive?
Reindeer pee.
This is an ancient European indigenous species of people who have got far more common sense than a lot of contemporary modern people have.
Thank you, Carol. The two wise brothers. I'm not sure either of us is actually that wise.
We're not wise.
Okay. No, we're unwise.
Yes.
And not recommended.
And eccentric. So, Clive, I'm going to smell and taste the...
It's not orangey. I wish they wouldn't call it orange. That gave the illusion it was going to be juicy and sweet and orangey. Like blood orange or something like that. But that's all right.
Well, boo-hoo. So
but
sad.
Anyway, that is a good point. To Adam the Woo. The first toast goes to Adam the Woo. Thank you, Pudding Dancer.
To Adam the Woo.
Much appreciated. Merry Christmas to you, fella. Cheer. Cheers. So that's to both of us. Isn't mandarin an orange? Yes, probably.
It's one of the orange family.
Kia
citrus family.
Jagatat, kia ora. How did the advert go, the kia ora at the cinema?
Kia ora.
This kia ora is just for me and my dog. I'll be your dog. Nobody knows what we're talking about. There used to be an old advert that played.
You'll find it on YouTube. It's brilliant.
The kia ora advert.
Kia ora advert, yeah.
Kia ora.
Kia ora. Doobie 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 doobie.
I mean, that was a good advert because we can remember it and we're really old now.
Well,
thank you,
yourself.
Jackie. One carbonated reindeer peep. We could carbonate it. Mothkeeper, thank you. Much appreciated. Hi, Giro. Have Ralphie say, for such a grand meal, I had rather expected a claret.
For such a grand meal, I'd rather expected a claret.
And Technophile, thank you. Don't listen to them, Ralphie. Personally, I'd like to hear your story. Cheers. Don't encourage him.
Well, thank you.
No,
thank you.
That's one person. How many people are viewing?
At least there's
1,396.
Right,
that's 1,395
yes,
don't want to hear your story.
No, and at least the person with a high Q higher than 110 has identified themselves.
And you're right, Monkey Power. It is too orangey for crows.
It's too orangey for crows. Woof, 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 woof.
Yes. What you're drinking, Clive, this is a wine called orange wine, but it's not orange. And it's just been carbonated to make it extra fizzy. Thank you, the Turtle Moves. Who thinks of drinking reindeer pee and cat coffee?
Yeah.
Cat coffee. It's not. Now, is that the ones that they eat the things? But they're not cats, are they?
Cat
the
coffee.
Ones that pass the coffee beans, that they eat the coffee beans, then shit them out, and then they roast and grind them. Thank you, Christian Howard.
Right,
Maybe Ralphie does a book, read Christmas story of his own. Do you have a new book, Ralph? I think Ralph has a new book. Have you got a... I can see a copy of it lying down there, Ralph.
Yes.
Why don't you pick it up and show people your new book?
Not.
Oh, you've got another copy there. How many copies do you have?
Not.
Is this why its sales are so good?
Not that you've got a copy, Clive, because you're too busy doing your other things to even read the books that your brother's writing. Here it is, folks.
That is civet coffee. Oh, no, not a storybook. And what's your book called?
It's called Barbados, Island of the Yellow Bird, and it's published on Amazon because it's self-published.
And, of course, the image is in reverse, so that's, yes, okay, it's fine.
It's all right. I'll just turn it round, and then it'll be the right way.
Ah, that's
boom,
fine.
Boom. So it's a travel book. That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
This is my fourth book. Clive's not written any books yet, and I don't think he ever will, although he should do a book on hand-drawn schematics.
Hold on. My website is an online book. Thank you, Phaser Gazer. Much appreciated. The Two Wise Fools, that's us. It's the name of a pub near me. Also applies to our inimitable hosts.
Excuse me.
Guys. Inimitable.
Inimitable.
Okay.
Inimitable. Inimitable.
I've just realised the video is flipped and is completely up behind my concept of the layout of the room. That's it.
Yes.
David Glover. See, the clue was the book, because up to that point, you didn't know. I could turn the phone round. I could. Thank you, Carol Doris. Although, am I pronouncing that right? Carol Doris. I think it's Carol Doris Lambly. Is it Carl Doris? Is it all one, but nickname Carl?
Oh,
That's
this is
fine.
getting embarrassing. Anyway, happy Christmas, Clive. We've got a Christmas tree up.
We have.
You've explained its history.
Uh-huh.
And thank you for letting me mention my book, which is available for £12, $12, €12.
Well, that's cheap.
It's reasonably priced, Clive.
Mm-hmm.
And because it's self-published, it's decent-sized writing, neatly laid out in the page, and done and published to a good standard.
It's not fingerprints in the lens. The reason it looks a bit grainy is because it is the selfie camera, so it would look great if we were up doing a selfie like that. But because we're in the distance, it's a wee bit. But the reason I'm doing that is to avoid any focus problems, because when you use the other camera, there is a possibility. I'm not sure. Does YouTube app focus hunt? Not sure. Is it handwritten? The book's certainly not, it's not AI generated.
Absolutely not. In fact, can I say something here without you interrupting and jumping in, cutting me up?
Thank you, Mr. Lachlan Mackenzie. Happy Christmas to you both and all the best for 2026.
And to you.
You may now say what you wish to say.
I actually have to. I've put a declaration in the front of my book, and I'm going to briefly read it out. It will not take long. It's one short paragraph, and it basically says, quote, "This book is written by a real person with the actual experience of visiting Barbados. This is not an AI construction. It's a real book, completely written by a human that identifies as an extraterrestrial alien, and there has been no involvement of AI in the content of the book whatsoever. And the next book will be the same."
Grok, please summarize. Indeed. What's Grok, Ralph?
Grok?
Grok.
I don't know.
Grok is Elon Musk's AI.
Right.
It's characterful. It's the rudest AI, because you can tell it that it's to be just, and it'll roast you. It's incredibly rude AI, but that's good.
How refreshing.
It's funny. It is.
It sounds like the sort of AI that would be developed for the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Well, this is the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Your phone is the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Thank you, Tilko Calaproda. Each human life is sacred. Don't let Jaws lie to you. Yes. Do you know what I was looking at? Do you remember the Jaws ride in Universal Studios? I went in that, the original one, not the first one, the one that they actually grabbed hold of the boat and its teeth and blood everywhere, but the later one. But it's interesting. It's kind of gone now.
Yeah, I had a shot in that one as well, because it's kind of semi-submerged.
And it's the one that the sharks come out of the water at you?
Yeah.
Okay. And that was Universal Studios. Did you actually see that one?
Well, I went on it with you and Mum.
Yes.
Do you not remember, Clive?
It was a long time ago, and to be honest, I remember you came across with us, right?
Yes.
But can't remember what era that was. We went the Spider-Man ride, didn't we?
We did. That was quite edgy. I thought I was concerned about Mum, that she might have a wee accident, personal accident. And I had to check, but she was absolutely fine about it. And we also went on the Tower of Terror.
Oh, yes, that was over at Disney, which is not the same park, but yes.
Because you wanted to go over to see how the mechanisms worked, and I was dragged over to keep an eye on Mum, which was fine.
Me and Mum went in the tower quite a lot, because me and Mum went over to Disney and that quite early on. Dog Womble, thank you. Have your elf a Merry Christmas indeed. And the Chipmunk. Rumours of my death have been exaggerated so far. Glad you're okay, Chipmunk.
That's reassuring. Now, just to let you folks know, there will be a short period while I leave the broadcast, because because I'm preparing my little brother.
Now, let's not late it with too much alcohol, Ralph, because I don't want to have a hangover on Christmas Day.
A special cocktail. A wonderful, wonderful. He's going to enjoy it so much.
Am I? We shall see.
You damn well will like it.
Tower Terror is much slower than when new, is it? I have to say, when I first went on the Tower of Terror, I just went on it. I actually went back in the middle of the week when it was quiet just to ride nothing but the Tower of Terror. I thought the theming was so good in it. Thank you, Scott Davies. Much appreciated. Happy Christmas, Clive and family from Australia, where it is 8:45 a.m. on Christmas Day.
Oh, man, well ahead of us. We're still the day before.
So are there any clues as to what's going to be in your concoction?
Well, I told you beforehand what it was called, Clive. Do you remember what it was called?
No.
It's called a lemon meringue pie.
Oh, right, okay. So it's lemon. Is it going to have limoncello in it?
I'm not going to be revealing my recipe to you.
Can I just say that keep in mind that when you leave the room that you do have a microphone in your hat.
No, I will remove my hat when I leave the room.
You could just carry on the conversation
so I
remotely.
don't swear in the kitchen if something goes wrong.
Yes, and yes.
Yeah.
Alcove Electrical Works, thank you. Happy Christmas and all the best for 2026. Cheers from Paul. Thank you. Best Christmas tradition, Ralph's Soda Streamathon.
Yes. I'll let you take credit for the Soda Stream, Clive, but quite rightly, because it's beverage related, I'm being given full accreditation.
And I can now fill my own Soda Stream bottles. Again, I've got a big 9-kilogram gas tank.
Oh, you're pleased as punch with that, aren't you?
I am. It's very lovely. My big gas tank of carbon dioxide. Very useful.
Yes.
Local hotel here has sell a Buckfast cheesecake. Not sure that sounds nice, to be honest.
It doesn't sound particularly nice, actually, because Buckfast is a tonic wine.
It's sherry.
It's basically inferior sherry, sweetened and loaded with synthesized caffeine. There are 2 recipes, the North of England Scottish recipe and the Irish recipe. The Irish recipe is stronger in alcohol, but in fact, the North of England Scottish recipe is stronger in caffeine.
Now, is it the 9-kilogram, that one? I think it is. It's just the 47 kilograms, just going to be a bit too big, Craig. Maybe later on, if I find that I carbonate a lot of beverages.
Are you going to carbonate yourself, Clive, and make yourself a bit more fizzy?
Well, I'm always fizzy.
I know you're always fizzing, but I wouldn't say you're always fizzy.
Bob Davenport says, I've got microphones, lig voices in head, good jobby, have my own dreams, hopefully, or they arrest me. Well, someone's having a party already.
Yes. Now, I'm going to hang my cap, Clive, on the Christmas tree.
Right, loud crunching Christmassy noises.
And I'm going to go and start preparing the ingredients for your lemon meringue pie cocktail.
Okay, not too much alcohol, Ralph.
Oh, please. Of course there won't be too much
alcohol.
Yes,
in your terms, Mr.
If I give you too much alcohol, you'll start slurring and become boring.
So, Reaver, thank you. More powers of wisdom from Ralph, indeed. What's been the most shockless dangerous product you bought this year? Something that left you speechless. God, there are so many. One of them was the that multi-way socket that had the fake earth. But there's so much bad stuff. It's incredible. You'd think we don't have a trading standards, and occasionally pop up and go, "Hi, we're recalling this product," and it's like one product out of approximately 1 million. It's like ticking the box. We're justifying our existence. Yes, they're not. That's me having a rant, by the way. Polish Spirit or Everclear. Strangely enough, I got some stuff from a Polish seller on eBay. Do you know, you can buy all the stuff to make vodka on eBay, all the fermenting gear and distillation stuff, including bottles with labels on them that say vodka. That's subtle. The Polish do like to make their own beverage. Energy, or rather, there's a recall electric blanket, I think, sold by Argus. I'm not sure, Callum. Don't know what's happening with that one. Probably goes on fire or kills people. Big Goth Kid, you haven't featured a Death Dalek camping lantern in a while. I've not. They're probably still available. Maybe I should get some more. I'm disappointed you're not wearing your red and white Ralphie mocking flat bonnet. I could have done that, couldn't I? But I like to keep that purely for the carbonation videos. Although, having said that, I have just carbonated wine. I'm going to have more carbonated wine. There won't be woofles tonight, Elnafo. I did almost consider it, but Ralphie isn't that keen on me setting fire stuff in his house for some odd reason. I don't know why. Do you want some more fizzy wine? Oh, you've not been drinking it. Stephen Simpson, hi, I'd love to be in a live stream again. It is. I was the only Polish person who didn't drink vodka. Oh, I was with the only Polish person who didn't drink vodka, Rob Murray. And you in the theatre business as well. Everybody drinks in the theatre business. Have some limoncello. Is this limoncello then?
Yes.
Okay, it's Pellegrino limoncello.
Yeah, so it's not particularly good.
Oh, right, that's fine for me. Have you got a Manx Beard Club stream planned for New Year's? Not necessarily New Year's, Harris Chalk. The guys were saying they wanted to go out drinking all day and then come back and do a live stream after they were drunk. No, that's not a good idea. You can't whiffle in the lav. Could possibly. I'm not sure it'd really be beneficial, though. Any mushroom lights, Bunks? Those Christmas lights, the Spudgy Hawk? No mushrooms, though I did get my dad a set of mushroom lights that were used in this tree, but I don't think he liked them. Sorry I'm late, I'm on the rum tonight. Excellent. That's Brendan Perkins. A kind stranger just reversed into my car for Christmas and cracked the light. That's quite annoying. Do you remember cars in the past? You could just ram into each other and nothing really got damaged except the bumper, and it was a bumper for that reason. I could carbonate the limoncello, but is it not a liqueur? What is the percentage? 32%, not something you'd really want to carbonate and drink a lot of. Okay, so there's cookies, biscuits. Ooh, and the marshmallows. This is going to be so tacky.
So it's perfect for you, Clive.
Keep in mind this is a spirit, Ralph, and therefore
yes,
it should only be one shot.
Right here. Okay. So let's just have a wee look. See, 32% alcohol. Okay, 32 Pellegrino, limoncello, and it says servir freddo, which means serve chilled, serve cold, and this is the sort of coloured, sort of pretentious Italian product, which finds its way into the British market because British people don't know what genuine limoncello is. If you're looking for real limoncello, it's slightly green and has lemon oil sitting at the top. And the people that make the best limoncello I've ever encountered in my travels are the nuns in the town of Amalfi.
Oh, that's nuns for you. Always drinking. Yes, I have carbonated Irish cream in the past in a video. It went terribly wrong. It was the worst carbonation ever. It was like porridge.
Well,
is it really? Do you know what this is? This is reindeer piss.
No, it's not, Clive. Are you ready? I'm going to start making your cocktail.
You do that then. Are you having one yourself?
No chance.
So what's the biscuit for?
Well, wait and find out, Clive. I'm not going to just.
Okay.
Oh dear, I've broken some of my cheesy biscuits. Never mind. Nothing will go to waste.
I'm not. How do you pronounce that? Gijsbesselink, I think. Greeners of Tilburg, the Netherlands. You're going to visit us soon again. I've not been there in ages. I wonder if I know the person that used to travel the ride there, the fairground ride. He's got moved into the nightclub business instead and the pub business. I like the look of the ice cream. Bearded and Bored has a video on making limoncello. MGM Cafe Detroit. Thank you. Much appreciated. I used to travel via Detroit when I was going to Orlando. Do you only actually have one? There's lots of chairs, but they're all horrible. They're all Victorian chairs.
Oh, how horrible.
Yes.
Boo-hoo. Tonic water.
Thank you, Rage Tactician. Cheers from Canada. Merry Christmas. Cheers back to Canada. So now some of you may have been happy. Oh, yes. No, we've been missing you, Chipmunk. Detroit diesels. Avoid Detroit. No. I hope Detroit is managing to build back after what happened in the past. Please say hello to my wife, Mary, says MGM Cafe Detroit. Greetings, Mary. Hello to you. Murphy's Diesels. I was promised big overalls, but Murphy's Diesels doesn't have big overalls. How come your accents are so different? How come our accents are so different?
Because we're different people.
Detroit is gentrified now and safe as hell and very expensive. See, that's not what we wanted to hear, was it?
Well, there you go.
Is that the drink made?
No.
Okay.
Be patient. Too much of a rush, Clive.
Super Skios. Moonshine forever, absolutely.
Let me finish my marshmallow before I proceed any further. This needs to settle.
So for those of you who've been following, Takamo HD, Cam, one of their mechanics who appeared quite a lot, one of the most characterful one, has set up his own channel, Blue Tech, and is following. He's got some engineers working with him, and he's following them, the camera. This needs to be thrown away. This is looking very coagulated, yes. You should soda stream the limoncello, Rob Morley. It's too strong, even by theatre standards. Jimmy Kanda, I'm so ixy man, Mary. Yes. My dad was from Donegal, but his accent almost sounded Scottish. Some of the...
Clive, excuse me, Donegal.
Donegal.
Thank you.
Right, that's odd. Have you put the limoncello in yet?
Clive, let me do the magic mixology and you focus on actually communicating with your fans, Clive, because when it comes to this sort of thing, you're completely out your depth. Leave it to me.
So Ralph is an undertaker, so this is how things look in his industry. Dead.
Oh, my goodness, that was original and authentic, wasn't it?
Vodka and thick, fatty pork belly that's typically Polish. What? Ashnerzg. Thank you both for sharing part of your holiday. The drinks show indeed. Let your brother work. Yes. Needs a cherry on top, apparently. Oh, it's getting the marshmallow. Put some limoncello in your fizzy wine. It'll piss off Ralphie. It could. Right. See, you didn't want flames here. Now look what you're doing. You've set fire to the marshmallow. It is literally on fire. What car do you have, Clive? Alexa, an old banger. That's what I have.
No, they're asking about the car, Clive, not you.
Yes.
Right.
Right, that's it.
Right.
That's something you'd get out of Starbucks.
Clive, I think that's just ideal for you. It is a reinterpretation of a lemon meringue pie. So you've got the pastry, the biscuit, right? Did I say best of biscuit? It's the pastry. And then you've got the kind of creamy lemony bit in the middle, which I've reworked with a combination of tonic water and ice cream.
Is it slimline tonic?
Yes.
Oh, that's good.
And then I have topped it with cream and meringue. But in this case, the meringue is in fact a marshmallow, which is a form of meringue. All right.
Can we hire Ralph for parties? Yes, you can.
And here you are, Clive. I want you to see if you can enjoy that. And I have, as requested, I've used very little limoncello.
Ralph can't name people, right? But he has embalmed famous sporting people.
Clive, there is a professional etiquette
Conduct that you don't ever
of
discuss
discretion that I never name people in relation to my professional duties. End of, period. And you don't name them either.
Okay, right.
Or else I'm going to take you over my knee and give you a good smack.
Who they are anyway. Thank you, Carol Doris. Again, much appreciated. This is just cream. This is almost good as the Mark and Wise Christmas special. We used to watch that, Ralph.
We did. It was quite funny. There was one episode with the actress Penelope Keith, in which they asked her to do various kind of presentations with them, and it resulted with her coming down the grand staircase, but they had the final 12 steps missing, and therefore she had to scramble down in high heels and a ball gown type dress with a hat on. She had to scramble down the scaffolding with the assistance of two gorgeous hunks. It was hilarious.
It's probably on YouTube.
It is on YouTube, and it's hilarious on YouTube. How are you getting on with that, Clive?
The marshmallow's too big.
Enjoy the silence, folks.
Thank you, Slick Axe. Is Ralph available to give talks? Yes.
No.
The problem is stopping Ralph from talking.
I'm sorry, I do not give presentations or talks. All my content is online for universal availability.
Here it wasn't Angela Riffin.
It wasn't. She was another special guest. And she was a very good dancer because she trained as a dancer before she became a news anchor. There we go. You're enjoying that. Yeah, I'm enjoying that. You won't say anything, Clive, because you're reluctant to admit it. But you're actually enjoying the fact that I made you something that is really, really tasty. And because it was designed for an 18-year-old from a sweetie shop.
It's full of cream at the moment. I've not found the alcohol yet.
There's not a lot of alcohol in it, Clive, because you're insufferable enough when you're sober, and you're even worse, and you get quite gobby when you're pished.
AI would self-destruct if you asked it to speak like Ralphie.
I think it's seriously, that when you think that as AI advances,
thank you, Dave. Carry on, Ralph.
The more difficult the reproduction, the more inauthentic it becomes, and therefore any content creators with strong regional accents are going to basically survive the blandification of AI more than people who use it's what's called received English.
So Sparks quadruple 01. Here's seen more peens, Clive or Ralphie?
What's a peen?
Thank you, Ends. Much appreciated. Merry Christmas, Clive and Ralph.
You've got cream on your
I know.
Your laptop.
Well,
that's your own fault, Clive.
You've just made a drink that's just
Just what?
Non-live stream friendly.
Just delicious, Clive. Why don't you say it? I've made you a drink that you're completely disrupting, interrupting your own live stream because you're too busy stuffing your face with the luxury festive cocktail that I've made you because it's so damn good.
Yes.
Yes. Take that one as an admission,
I'm
folks.
supposed to say, good job, Ralphie, about this.
There's no point in saying that, Clive, because it just sounds fake, false, insincere, and condescending.
Apparently, Craig Matthews says, An AI can make a near perfect model of someone's voice based on just 60 seconds of audio of them talking. It has to get all specific. There's a specific sentence you can say that has all the correct phonetic bits to actually create the voice from. But
And vowels.
I think you and me, Ralph, are going to get ripped off in the future because of our video content. We're going to actually have AI based in this, probably once we're dead.
Yeah, probably, yes. Although even before we die, Clive, I think the copyright of ourselves is basically
Gone. It's never.
it's fudged by the legal system. You know, we are all, as soon as we have a national insurance number or a tax code, we're propertyized or commoditized.
I will say that the AI Google search abbreviation has been quite useful for some stuff. It's given me good directions to go.
Don't we top up the
I was too late
limoncello?
to get a tree. Daughter wants me dead. Tony Webb, get a fake tree like this. It's fine.
Don't we top up the
No,
limoncello?
it's fine. Thank you. No, it's fine.
Right, I had to ask twice,
You'd
Clive.
make good sat nav voices.
I think we probably would. Anyway, it's lovely to see you.
Honestly, Clive, you might want to get in the AI of yourself right now to set up the video pipeline. No, absolutely not.
No.
Because once you've lost it, you've lost it. You know, you've been replaced. Although, thankfully, it's quite hard for AI to reverse engineer circuits. So I bet in the future it does emulate it, but with random circuitry that doesn't make sense, but people watching it might not know.
The irony with AI is that the most replaceable people are the least useful people in society, and that would account for roughly 80% of all management. In fact, just think of all the elected representatives around the world who would no longer be required. It would save a fortune in bribery.
Dave, these are immaculate trousers. They are, thank you. They don't get
Excuse
dirty.
you what?
I try not to work too much. Costin, thank you. Does Ralph know about 6-7? It's pronounced like Costern. What? Pronounced like Costern. Do you know about 6-7, Ralph?
No.
Okay, it's a meme at the moment. It's a thing. Thank you, KB1UIF. Merry Christmas, Clive and Ralphie. Happy New Year. And to you.
Yeah, to you.
Well, yes, Squids one says, just, oh no, it's just jumped up. Just found you recently in my room and I love you. Clive, thank you. Is AI shit at circuit layouts? Well, maybe it's learned off some of the stuff that I've been reverse engineering recently.
Can I introduce your...
This is very
your
cloggy. I'll get the rest later. I think it's very... I've done my best, Ralph. It was like basically
Clive,
an
you've
alcohol.
just practically finished a pint of cocktail.
Yes.
And you say...
It was mostly
I've done
tonic
my
water and
best.
cream. It's like, I want to be sick now. That's okay.
Precisely. Well, you're not going to be sick, Clive.
It's going to be
Despite
like
your
bar fall down
your
my front.
so-called keto diet and you're kind of losing so much weight and blah 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 blah. The thing is, Clive, you're lazy. You don't do enough steps in the day, and you don't get enough practical exercise.
Need to get an AliExpress back
There you go.
meter. The Turtle Movers, thank you. Will AI, hold on, it's just popped something out. Be able to say purple burglar alarm. I'm not sure what would happen there. If it's got the proper guttural stop, it may struggle to say purple burglar alarm.
Purple burglar alarm.
That wasn't a very good version.
I'll try it again. Purple burglar alarm.
Yes, see, that's why. It's the Glasgow accent. It's just. Thank you, cool
You've got to
secret
separate
spy.
it. You've got to separate it in threes. Purple burglar.
Burglar alarm.
Burglar.
Purple
Right.
burglar
Purple
alarm.
burglar alarm.
I'd buy a big Clive Satnav voice, says cool secret spy.
I would certainly keep you awake for a while.
Yes. Well, keep in mind the number of times I fell asleep in the car while driving, so no, that's not great. That's why I left Hussman.
Very wise, Clive. I think you did the right thing. And, you know, who'd have thought that your crummy little channel would just be so enduring for so long, and that people around the world, Clive, would take pity on you and come and subscribe to your content. I think it's wonderful.
Can you imagine what my...
It's like the whole world's become your social service worker.
Do you know what my sat-nav would say? It would say, at the third turning, turn left. No, turn right. No, reverse. So Reaver, keto to grow the beard. Thank you, So Reaver, but keto to grow the beard. Not sure about that. I don't know if that would have an effect.
Yeah.
Ralphie Nav voice complete with anecdotes. No, that would send people to sleep in the car. So why did you crash? I fell asleep because the sat-nav wouldn't stop talking.
Look at that. Oh my God.
Yes, leave it alone. No, don't touch it, Ralph. You've put your dirty and Bammer's fingers. You know, he was saying I was doing bodies today, and now he's just basically just contaminated
Clive,
with death.
Keep your content positive, affirmative, and nice.
Thank you, Chris Fredrickson. Merry Christmas, Clive, Ralph. My wife wonders how tall you both are. 6'4" for me. I'm not sure what height you are. That is, to be honest. You'd really want that, given the...
A bit less.
European, but you're going to have to convert it from that yourself. The Smazza, thank you. Thank you for not being AI. We're doing our best. How do we know we're not AI?
Because AI is not quite advanced enough to cope with all the fine-tuning of the delivery of your content, Clive. Isn't that wonderful?
Big Bad Joe, Ralph chose that seat. No vids from MQ Elevators. He has been putting shorts out, dealer. But he did seem to get a bit demoralised. Maybe he needs a wee pep talk.
People get demoralised because when you create constant online content, it becomes very much a part of your life. And as a result, you need to have some reason to sustain your enthusiasm. And for Clive, it's a delivery from Temu, an unboxing, or something that he's bought.
Temu, I've not used Temu in a
right.
while, no. It's AliExpress.
AliExpress, right, okay.
AliExpress.
And for me, it is an exotic and very competent Scotch single malt whiskey or equivalent. It's an extraordinary journey, actually. Do you know, if we could go back, Clive, all those years and sit beside ourselves when we were 10 years old and say,
Thank you, Carl. See, we couldn't, because that would actually be causing paradoxes. So no, we're not allowed to go and tell us what we're going to do in the future.
Right. But if, Clive, deal with if, right? What would we tell ourselves? That because see that child listening to the growing up version of all the extraordinary places visited, the situations encountered during the course of work, some of the good people we've met and some of the absolute horrible roasters that we've met over the years, Clive. It's far from a boring life.
So what are your thoughts, Ralph? Sir Moogle asks about alcohol-free whiskey. I mean, what is the point, to be honest? Dimotrowski, thank you. Merry Christmas. Greetings from Macedonia.
Am I allowed to answer that question?
Yes, Ralph.
Thank you.
Alcohol-free whiskey. Go.
You have 5 seconds left.
And the time's out. Okay.
Right. Okay. As regards alcohol-free whiskey, if there's no alcohol, it's no longer whiskey. This is important to realise. If it's alcohol-free gin, imagine what's alcohol-free vodka? It's water. That's what it is. Alcohol-free.
So what? Maybe we should get some and try it to see what they're actually selling.
Well, I've got a tap through in the kitchen if you want some alcohol-free vodka.
They must be putting something in it to make it seem like vodka. MX Slick, here's some more from Temu and AliExpress. Thank you, much appreciated. And Zingaman, thank you. Cheers and sending love from the Zingaman family. Cheers for keeping us sane. You're welcome.
Sorry, keeping you sane?
Well, by standards, Ralph.
I suppose by some comparison must be there. Your tea's getting cold, Clive. Do you want another cocktail?
No. Thank you. Not after that one, thank you.
Well, I go and open a bottle of fizzy.
Well, we've already got fizzy wine here. You can have more.
What you've got is aerated orange wine.
Carbonated orange
Carbonated
wine.
orange
and
wine.
it's not even orange flavored.
Right, exactly. So it's not even fizz, Clive. Don't kid yourself.
But not so sure. Jack Attack, there is no Jägermeister. So we can't have Jägerminions.
Would you like some Asti Spumante?
Asti Spumante would be nice, but I don't want to drink too much in case I say things and then feel terrible. Right. Any chance seeing Ralphie's rum hat?
Rum hat? Yes, I've got a rum hat.
Oh, do you have a rum hat? Okay.
I have a rum hat, yeah.
No, I'm going to try and pronounce this. Akip Cat, thank you. Happy holidays from Alaska. I toast you and Ralph with my ginger beer limoncello whiskey cocktail. Oh, I'm not sure Ralph would be keen of the whiskey and limoncello. Andrew Jens, much appreciated, thank you. Clive, does Ralphie watch all of your videos? No, he doesn't at all. But then I don't watch his, so it's okay. And thank you, GSS Wizard. Greetings and felicitations from Arizona, USA. Merry Christmas to you and Ralph. Thanks for sharing your Christmas. You're welcome. I know there's so many of us are single these days that, you know, it's just, it's good to have a little Christmas thing together, a get together. Before you have a nice, calm Christmas without family, it's just so blissful. It's fantastic. So Ralph is, he's not an undertaker as such now. He's an embalmer, which is part of the undertaking industry. He doesn't do all the lifting of coffins because that's a heavy job. He preserves bodies. He did 5 today. Shh. But don't tell him I told you that.
I heard everyone.
What is Ralph's channel? What is it called these days? It used to be called Ralphie.com, but it's not anymore.
It's called The Whiskey Bothy, Bothy. Right. This is my whiskey hat.
Have you experienced something
this is my
Christmas
rum hat. Not. And I'm now going to show you my gin hat. But because I don't review gin, I don't wear it in my videos.
It's very Disney. This is 6 county. He has just embalmed me with a drink.
This is an English straw boater. It's used basically by punters and small boaters on English rivers, usually in the home counties around about the Kent and London area.
Yes, it does look like Elton John. You're absolutely right.
Yeah. And it needs a new lining. It's quite elderly now, this hat, but it's very well made. I'm very happy with it. I don't see any reason to change it, Clive.
Stick a piano in front of him. We don't have a piano here.
No, we don't.
Only the posh houses in where we were born had pianos.
And they called them pianos.
Pretentious bastards.
So many pretentious people in this world. It's rather sad.
Grand pianos were one of those things that rich people had in their houses. Thank you, Galileo. $2 for 2 brothers being brothers. Indeed. Thank you. The stream is young. It is, the stream is young. There will be more alcohol. It will go off in bad directions. It will happen. I wonder what happened to the people in the street.
Excuse me. You're being very, very vague and sweeping.
From when we were young.
Right.
Without naming the street.
Not without naming the street, Clive.
But there was a guy who had the huge house and he owned all the laundrettes and vending machines.
Yes.
Including the vending machines, the original ones, in the Dolan Baths.
It was the local swimming pool, which was it was an Olympic-sized swimming pool.
It wasn't Olympic size, it was bigger because they changed the size. It was a massive swimming pool. We were so lucky. We didn't realize it at the time, but we had one of the biggest swimming pools available with a really deep, it was 14 feet deep at the deep end. I couldn't stay in the bottom. The ears hurt so much at the bottom of it.
Due to pressure.
Yes, due to pressure, that is correct. And also the cinema was a proper curved screen, massive cinema, a dedicated, single screen cinema.
Yeah.
And the projector it had was 70mm as well as 35.
It was very impressive. And one of the films we saw there was bed knobs and broomsticks.
Were the electromechanical vending machines? They did exist, Craig Matthews. They're the ones that made a loud chunk and then a plastic cup dropped down and it had the compressor and everything in it and it carbonated the water in the machine and squirted it out with the syrup. But the little bellows would be going up and down inside. It was great.
I'm going to get myself a bottle of bubbly.
Right, you go and get bubbly then.
Yes.
Yes. Is it going to be the
And
Moscato?
I'll let you sit and bubble on with the audience and try not to bore them too much, please.
Okay. What about the 40 bit? What? 40. What was that bit?
40 what?
Not sure.
It's all a bit cryptic.
I loved old vending machines. They were great. There's not been any fire cooking with cows. Ralph does not wish me to set fire to anything here. Thank you, Dave. Thank you very much, Dave. Have a wonderful Christmas. Much appreciated. We are going to have a wonderful Christmas. Well, okay, I say I'm going to be with Ralph for Christmas. So it can be super wonderful, but it's going to be okay.
So who's cooking your Christmas dinner?
Yes.
Who's
Are you going to, is it going to be raw?
No, of
Okay,
course
then.
it won't. Of course it won't. Behave yourself, Clive. You're just being too darn fussy and not appreciating you've got a cordon bleu chef.
Oh, hold on. Boudica says Ralphie is very respectable.
Yeah, thank you.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, yes, so.
Then again, next to me,
Correct.
yes. The banter's gone on for years. You know, you've been for years. What is Ralphie drinking? Goodness knows. He's been drinking wine, but wine that I carbonated. And it's Marks and Spencer's wine. But it's supposed to be orange, but it's actually orange coloured. It's not orange flavoured. Turkey sushi. Not tried turkey sushi. I did have sushi today, though. Remember the days of 240-volt Christmas lights? Seems crazy now. Brennan Perkins. Now, traditionally, our Christmas tree would have had 12 of the big olive bulbs on it and about 40 of the little Pifco tiny bulbs. But now, of course, we've got lots of lights.
The whole world is much more illuminated than it was.
Over-illuminated.
It's over-illuminated, yes.
Crumpets, says Brad Robshaw.
Crumpets, wonderful.
Just crumpets.
Wonderful.
240-volt lights. Well, to be fair, Jacob, the 240-volt lights, you can get the strings of them from eBay, and the LED filaments inside are actually 240-volt filaments with resistors and rectifiers built on. And they're very low power, about half a watt, but very bright. Are you concerned about vetting of videos and some videos and channels being taken down? But the AI vetting, it's one of these things you have to just live with. Thank you very much, David Glover. Much appreciated. I realise it's a big donation, but I thought I'd get in before you drink too much. You have to give half to Ralph. He's getting half, yes. Ask him about Douglas Lang's.
Thank you very much for the consideration.
Ask him about Douglas Lang's old particular bottlings, from which I just bought a single cask Lafroig.
Lafroig?
Yes.
Right, I can tell you all about that. Douglas Lang, well-established independent bottler. So, in fact, the business, they don't actually, although they do have a distillery now, they buy whiskey in casks from other distilleries. They kind of bring them along in their warehouses. They develop the casks and then they bottle them themselves. The important thing about the independent whiskey bottlers in Scotland is they do not chill filter the whiskey like official bottlers do. So the owners of Lafroig will chill filter the whiskey and they'll also engineer it down. So you've probably got, it's probably called Williamson, which is the independent bottler's name for Lafroig after the first female distillery manager on the island of Islay, whose name was Bessie Williamson. Enjoy.
Greetings, Flash Spangin. Merry Christmas from Robert and Robbie. Made the Tingletron. Uh-oh. Back in the day, it must be 20 plus years ago. The Tingletron was a very dangerous project. I put it up on my website with lots of warnings because it gave you electric shocks.
Can I give you some advice, folks?
Uh-huh.
When you're opening a bottle of bubbly, whether it be champagne, pomade,
I've got a technique for this.
whatever,
Ralph.
right? We're not interested in your technique, Clive,
Ralph,
because people are here to
no.
get my technique. What you do
Can
is
I just tell you before you do it?
No.
So
You
Reaver,
don't-
thank you. Two
No.
portable Christmas lights from Woolworths. Absolutely.
You don't remove the cork from the bottle. You remove the bottle from the cork.
What I do, Ralph, is I get it out to the point it's just about to pop, then I put my thumb in it and then just strike a pose and then go.
You strike a pose.
Because it looks really posh. Thank you,
Twist the bottle. Twist the bottle.
Dimitrowski.
Oh,
have you ever tried rakia?
Oh, it's going to pop.
What's rakia? R-A-K.
Raki is it's a liquor made with aniseed
Oh.
in Greece and Turkey.
Ah. Okay.
Here we go. Oh,
Chandelier, Ralph.
yes, I'm aware of that.
Need some Nixie Tube Christmas ornaments, Fleur. I did put a project up on the channel, how to make neon fairy lights. Craig Matthews, a major Tingletron accidentally, it's called degraded VIR, vulcanized into rubber cables that disintegrate when you accidentally brush into them. They're just like instant condemnation for me for a installation if I find lead sheath vulcanized into a rubber.
Here we go.
Jacob Burash, next video is going to be taking a transformer microwave and doing some wood burning. Absolutely not. If you make a video about that, you have to give people warnings and tell them how dangerous it is.
I'm putting another log in the fire.
Okay, you put another log in the fire.
That's delicious. It's slightly funky and musty, which gives it more character.
Oh, my left says he's served tables before. Look at that pour. Ah, your dark history, Ralph.
I started as a waiter.
Ralph's had lots of jobs.
Yeah.
Restaurant manager. I used to give Ralph a lift to work in the morning when I was working in Springburn in Glasgow. And I'd give him a lift to work and I'd fix all the catering equipment that had broken down the previous day. And then I'd go to work afterwards.
After giving you tea and scones.
No. It was scampi I put in the deep fat fryer for breakfast. Is We Good Otis Lifts the same company as Otis Lifts? I think that is, yes. Thank you, Stuart Goggin. Much appreciated. A very Merry Christmas to you both from Melbourne, Australia. We've been there.
We've been to Melbourne, Australia.
We all look forward to your live streams every year. Got a couple of bottles of top shelf Japanese whiskey for Christmas this year.
We stayed at the Nunnery Youth Hostel in the centre of Melbourne. And then we went out on the free tram buses that run round the city centre. We really enjoyed it.
And we went to the pleasure park. What was that called again? Luna Park? No, it wasn't Luna.
No, that was in Perth, Clive.
Perth?
We went to the aquarium in Perth.
We went to the aquarium in Perth, but I also, in Perth, I went to, God, what is that name of that place? The Dockside. Thank you, 64 Jim Boy. Much appreciated. I can't remember the name of the area of Perth that was the sort of like the holiday resortish area.
Right, well, you are on your laptop. You could just open another window.
I could.
Go into Google Maps.
It was Luna Park in Melbourne.
Was it?
With the manual brakes roller coaster. Fremantle near Perth. That's the one, Stuart Young. Fremantle. I quite liked Fremantle. The best Undertaker, Lord Farquhar says, I've ever seen was the guy who threw mankind 16 feet from a steel cage into the announcer's table back in 1998. Ralph is into wrestling. Ralphie, what are your pronouns? Thank you, by the way, Anchor, TH. And also, thank you, Ayrshire's finest gamer. Has Ralph ever tried Balvenie or Glenfiddich? And what does he think? Oh, Ralph's tried all the whiskies.
I've tried all the whiskies. Balvenie is actually made by the same company that own Glenfiddich. Balvenie it's a very palatable, good introduction whiskey for folk who are just getting started and they want a little bit more flavour. Balvenie is used as the training distillery because it's a much smaller distillery than Glenfiddich. So people train at Balvenie and then move on to work at Glenfiddich. They are competent, but you cannot buy Glenfiddich or Balvenie from independent bottlers. And the result is that the official bottlings, while they're nicely presented, do become a bit monotonous and samey after a while because they're so heavily chill filtered.
Chris Collins, I will not be doing the military tour in Australia.
Right, so I haven't given the folk my pronouns yet. Are
You
you
give
still
your
interested?
pronouns, yes. You give them.
Yes. Your excellency, your eminency, and your supreme otherworldliness.
Pompous.
Okay, yes, pompous, yeah. Your most
Extrovert.
no, reasonable vert pomposity. Yeah. And what are your pronouns, Clive?
Just bear, really.
Bear, blue collar,
Workwear.
skinflint,
I'm not really sure.
misery guts.
Oh, I'm not really that miserable.
Well, Clive, you're very quick to, be judgmental. You're actually a very selfish person.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, you've admitted it. Good.
Yes.
Good.
Selfish. Me. I'm buying stuff for myself.
Martini Asti.
I will have a small quantity of
It's
yours.
nice and sweet. You'll like it. Don't bother putting any of the limoncello in it, Clive.
The Elmonk are the Welsh, Cotswold and Norfolk whiskies better than the Scottish ones.
No, they're different. Cotswolds, highly recommend it. Cotswolds Distillery are producing good quality, reasonably priced whiskey, and as a result, they've got a growing reputation. The Welsh whiskey is still the main reference in Wales is Penderyn Distillery, which is a little bit of an awkward one. Sometimes it's amazingly good, but other times it's really not so good because they're using such an eccentric still to make their spirit.
Harry Griffiths says, I've started a job at a big chip design company thanks to you, Clive, and enjoyed some top-notch scotch along the way thanks to you, Ralph. I don't think I could have got through uni without the whiskey. Alcohol is very important at university.
It is.
It is. It's really drink a lot, yes.
It helps you recalibrate,
Relax.
and reboot the software.
Oh dear, Craig Matthews. Out of all the whiskies Ralph has tried, is there any he does not like? Yes.
Yes.
He doesn't usually mention them, though, for courtesy towards the sellers of the whiskies. Do you mention them? Do you name,
I don't.
What is the worst whiskey you've ever tried?
Ever? I'll start with the worst Scotch whiskey I've had in the last 5 years. 15-year-old official bottling of Glen Grant. It was quite clearly and absolutely a hot mess of a whiskey. It was simply badly distilled, and there's no excuse for that. As regards the worst spirit, it was in fact a rum from Mexico, which was so bad that it took me a while to figure it out. But in fact, they were lacing the rum with Kahlua, which is a coffee liqueur, to actually try and round off the rum and make it potable and palatable. It was just a disaster. It was almost comical.
Oop. I'll just rub the microphone here. Sorry.
Have you? Yeah.
Anchor TH, thank you. Thanks to Ralph for bestowing your excellency's presence on us peasants.
Absolutely. Because, In doing so, I know that it inspires you to be more than you were before. And it inspires me, knowing that you are becoming more than you were before, inspires me to become more than I was. And so we create this virtual circle. It's what's called the ascending vortex of light. There you have it.
Even peasants need whiskey advice.
Yeah.
Here's my peasant whiskey advice. Buy cheap supermarket whiskey. Ralph wouldn't drink it, but it's fine.
Here's the irony. Now, this is... I'm aware that having tasted quite a lot of blended whiskey, one of the best blended whiskies in terms of smoothness, which you're not really looking for in a malt, was when I got a litre bottle of supermarket vodka, which was perfectly competent, and I put in a full sachet of brew your own whiskey flavouring. The results greatly exceeded my expectations.
Oh, did you use that sachet?
Yes, I did use that sachet, Clive, and it was very impressive.
What did you add it to?
I added it to a litre of vodka.
Oh, right, okay.
It actually gave better results than adding it to a litre of basic blended scotch.
Thank you, Anchor TH. I think it's a Circle Jerk, actually. Is that the whiskey we're talking about here?
No, it could be anything, Clive.
The flavouring was really good. It was surprising. It tasted like real whiskey. Thank you, Redgate. I've recently become a very regular patron of Suntory whiskey, and I'm planning to see the distillery in September. Any opinions on it?
Suntory. If you're planning to see the distillery, it sounds like the distillery you're visiting is in Japan. Japanese distilleries are highly efficient, very thorough, and meticulous in making the best of a flavour soft profile. It is common knowledge now that some of the best Japanese brands contain Scotch whisky and never mention it. Did you know that? One such brand is Nika. It's called Nika from the barrel. And in fact, a major component of the flavour and the quality in that Japanese whisky is single malt Scotch whisky from Ben Nevis Distillery, which the Nika Whisky Company own. There you go.
Thank you, Emmett. What is Ralph's opinion on Japanese whiskey? I myself fondly remember tasting some of the Ichiro's malt card series from about 20 to 25 years ago.
Righto. Back 25 years ago, and that's quite a time now.
The Xmas. No, don't mention Fireball in front of Ralph. Don't mention Fireball.
Well, you know, you can
It's
mention
not even real
Fireball,
whiskey.
but you can't be expected to be taken seriously if you do that.
I've had it.
Fireball whiskey is a generic contemporary product which is basically cinnamon on steroids, and it has its audience.
And sugar.
It's amazing, and sugar, of course. It's amazing what you can do with artificial flavourings.
But baby, I'm a Fireball. Set the roof on fire.
Yes, baby. In the meantime, 25 years ago, the Hanyu House of Cards series, it was very good stuff. Then you had that was the heyday. That was the classic moment for Japanese whiskey before suddenly the quality started to slide and prices went absolutely through the roof. Because I remember buying a few bottles of Hokushu, with an excellent distillery, good distinctive flavour profile, different from Scotch whisky, and another one which I can't quite remember at the moment. At that time, the Japanese whiskey was affordable and you were getting good stuff. But that period of time didn't last long. And then Japanese whiskey lapsed into under-delivering with overpricing and trading on the illusion that everything from Japan is automatically high-end artisan, which is simply not true. But if you have an opportunity to visit Japan, I highly recommend it because it is the most extraordinary culture and the most extraordinary of people. And I must say, it's one of the few countries in the world that wherever I went, I felt completely safe and comfortable.
So looking back, thank you, Matt Black Forever. Talking of Japan, Clive, what's your favourite perfume song? I did have one, and I can't remember the name of it because I bookmarked that video, and unfortunately, it was clearly copied because it got taken down. Perfume is a Japanese girl group, and but very managed.
Yes.
Slaves, yes, that sort of thing.
That sort of thing.
But it's good
J-pop.
generic. It is generic Japanese pop. It's quite good actually.
Yeah.
I'd have to look that up now. Hold on. I just got it that. Thank you, Mr. Muttley. Has Ralph tried Japanese gin?
I have. I generally think that it can be very interesting because Japanese gin makers are more confident with savoury flavour components, and they tend to be less traditional with the use of juniper, because there's many varieties of juniper, so you can get different juniper flavours. But British gin, in my opinion, still ranks amongst the best, although I've got to pay tribute to the Genever that comes from Holland, because Holland was the country in Europe which originally developed from a herbaceous spirit what we now know as gin.
But what people don't really mention is that gin, the reason they added juniper to it was to hide off tastes from distillation.
Yeah, that
It was
one
actually
reason.
to mask the flavour. Now it's like one of the most expensive drinks you can get.
It's certainly highly fashionable. There's an incredible variety of gin brands out there. And if you want a good gin, a really good quality gin, it's never been cheaper and more available. I'll give you a good example is Tanqueray Old Number 10, which is a corporation-produced gin, bottled at 48% volume. And it's a very good gin. And a gin produced by a Scotch whisky distillery, which I highly recommend, is The Botanist from Brochlady Distillery on Islay. And I'll tell you why it's such good gin. Because see all these people on the island distilleries who are making whisky during the day. When they go to the pub at night for a social and a meetup, the last thing on their mind is actually to have a glass of whisky, because they're working with it during the day and they're fed up and sick of the sight of it. Mm-hmm. So in fact, they have a meeting point called the Islay Gin Club. And naturally, when you're working with smells and tastes coming from and associated with alcohol, potable alcohol, ethanol, you get very good, in fact, developing gin recipes, but balancing out the botanicals, and also northern altitude botanicals such as coriander and juniper and others. They tend to be much more rich in essential oils because they're slower growing in colder climates.
So Hitman asks, what's Ralph's scariest experience in work?
At work?
Yes.
Well, I was conducting a funeral in Glasgow many years ago, and it was a biker's funeral, and this person was a member of a biker's gang, and the gang had quite a substantial reputation for aggression and violence. Mm. And it was a full church communion mass, a funeral mass, and at the end of which the coffin was carried out of the church by the biker gang members, none of them under 6 feet, whatever, and all built like brick shit houses. And they placed the coffin into the back of the hearse, and then they went behind the hearse, behind the family car, got in their bikes, and at that point we had over 100 bikes as part of the cortege. I went round to lead the hearse away from the church door, having established the priest had gone in front of us into his car to go ahead to the crematorium, at which point Billy, the hearse driver, wound the window down quite quickly, leaned out and said, "OMG, oh my God, the hearse won't start." And I checked, he checked, the hearse wouldn't start. It's as if the battery had suddenly gone flat. So I went up to the family car and opened the door and said, "Excuse me, I'm terribly sorry. I'm just going to keep you informed here. We can't start the hearse and we don't know why. This has never happened before." So one of the family members was a mechanic. So he jumped out. We put the bonnet lid of the hearse up, which was an old Daimler hearse, you know, eight-cylinder V8, a V8, something like 4.5 litre engine. And he looked inside and he says, "Right enough, the battery's totally flat," because he kind of checked it, and he said, "There's no obvious reason to this. I can see the rest of the engine's in good nick." So what
Just
they
by
did,
looking at it, that's amazing.
yeah, just by looking at it, Clive, because he could see as a mechanic that the engine was being properly maintained, and that when you looked at and checked the condition and the age of the battery, there was no reason why it would be suddenly discharged.
Anyway, they got it started because they gave you a jump
Let
start.
me finish.
Yes, it's just we're waiting for you to finish, Ralph.
Right here.
Hurry up.
Oh, he hates this.
Anyway, they started it and then they drove, and that was the funeral.
So
over.
they
Anyway.
reversed up a transit van and jump started the hearse.
Yeah, this isn't scary.
When we arrived at the crematorium, Billy was the hearse driver was getting a bit aggrieved. He says, "I know these guys, they are mad as hell. We're going to get a kicking. I just want you to witness in case I do, because, you know, I'll have an explanation." Meanwhile, when we arrived, the bikers came up to carry the coffin. They said, "You know, that was absolutely, totally him. He was never in a hurry to go anywhere. He never charged his bike battery, and we always had to give him a bump start. He did it."
Really. All bikers.
What do you mean, really?
all
What do you mean,
bike-
really? I've just given an authentic, original story,
I
and
don't-
you're treating
yeah,
it as
okay,
if,
well,
as if
I
it's
just,
nothing at all.
I don't mean to be
So
disrespectful to the
what's
bikers.
the most terrifying experience in your life? What, catching your reflection in a mirror?
Yes, that, and have that the compressor starting while I was actually disconnecting, and I just had the socket on the terminal. But let's not talk about that. That would have been pretty grim. Anyway, all bikers.
You would have been
all
electrocuted.
bikers. Yes, I would have
and
been
You'd have fried. You'd have sizzled like a pan steak.
literally in that situation. Yes. I saw one hearse with purple lights, and it turned out someone ordered backlights without checking what that means. Don't know that black
Right,
lights.
so-
Not really sure.
Okay.
Anyway, all bikers are gay. Anyway, have you explored the old incandescent style LED Christmas lights? It all used to be. I mean, it all used to be tungsten. You may underestimate how old I am.
Yeah, don't underestimate how old he is.
I mean, we're talking old Christmas lights in the past when you didn't have many lights on your
Absolutely.
tree.
We can
But
remember when they were
tungsten's nice.
gaslit.
Well, we did have gas lighting in the house. Remember that? Do you remember Dad clamped that gas light onto the woodwork in the living room and then ran a hose and stuffed it down the cooker? So we
No.
could have light during some sort of major coal shortage or something. They had controlled power cuts at the time. And Dad rigged up a really dangerous gas light. Literally, he stuffed the hose, a garden hose pipe, down the cooker for the gas and stuffed like a towel around it. And it was like, no.
No, I
it
don't
was
remember
bright.
that at all. In fact, I don't think it ever happened. I think, Clive, in fact, you're making that up completely. Now, get on with
I'm
your
not.
story. Conclude
Anyway.
it quickly.
We have a gas lamp here.
We do?
It's a real gas lamp from a train station.
Yeah.
Dad actually carried it home from the train station after asking for it because they were getting rid of it.
Yeah. He exchanged it for a bottle of homemade wine.
There is a law that says the lead funeral car can have a purple rotating beacon. Which country is that in, though?
It sounds like the USA, Clive, because purple lights, in fact, purple is the colour of
Gothic death.
no, wait, yeah, as well as Gothic death, of funerary rites, because it's a religious colour. It's originally purple as a colour was reserved exclusively for members of the clergy, as was a certain shade of crimson. Only people of a certain religious rank could wear that particular colour of clothing, which meant, of course, that it was immediately adopted by the counterculture, including wayward members of the aristocracy, including the Shelleys.
Dealer, yes, that was my track. I remember the blackouts in the 70s. See, it was the 70s as well, Ralph.
It was the 70s, Clive. There was also a sugar shortage.
It wasn't from St. Neots Station, Flamo Chairman. It was probably one of the railway stations along the East Kilbride line, probably.
It would be along the East Kilbride line. They were removing the gas lighting because it was a peripheral. It was Thornton Hall. Thornton Hall Station.
Yes, I've seen a few with purple lights, says Craig Matthews. As I say, was told it was a mix-up with blacklight, but that is a more sensible explanation. I'm not really sure. Mendemark is funny. Love his voice. Aha, Vodhurst, 2M stereo. He does seem very technically competent. None's like the purple. I've seen the videos, says Flemgob, but it's Flemgob, so it'll be dirty. Flemgob's dirty.
Yes. Some people are, Clive.
I still have my blacklight from 1976 Norm Swan. You can still buy blacklight fluorescent tubes on AliExpress. Little ones. What's Ralph's favourite embalming fluid to drink? I wouldn't really drink any of them. What do they smell like?
Right, They have different smells. One of the most prominent smells in what's called cavity fluid is eau de cologne, which is originally a German perfume from the city of Cologne, which is a combination of a roughly 50% lavender oil and 50% rosemary oil. And when you put the two together, because they're very pungent in their own right, they become something completely different. And you find it in a modern perfume called Eau de Cologne Glochengas. And you have that prominent smell. The actual smell of formaldehyde is very, very nippy and pungent, and it's bad for your lungs. But if you ever have a formaldehyde spill, the best chemical to neutralize it completely is ammonia. And of course, ammonia has its own very powerful smell.
That's smelling salts.
It's smelling salts, and it's being used now. It's being overused by gym lifters who want to shock their senses so they can lift too heavy for too few reps. What else would I add about? I would add that modern embalming fluid is absolutely phenomenal in what it can achieve. And I would also add that it's a lot more environmentally friendly than people realize, because formaldehyde as a chemical is CH2O. That means it is water with a carbon molecule attached.
Yes. Can you talk more? This guy boring. Absolutely, Ralph. Tame down. Can we have some subjects, please? Not involving whiskey at all. Not asking Ralph's. Everybody's asking Ralph's opinion on alcoholic drinks. Ralph should have his own live stream in general broadcast, not just a Patreon one.
Right,
he does. Ralphie does a Patreon live stream.
I do,
just so you know that.
Bothy Live.
Where you can just talk endlessly, get Ralph's stories all the time. But you could do a public one as well, Ralph, if you wanted.
I could do, but I like to be loyal and reward my Patreon subscribers. Now, what I'm going to do, Clive, is I'm going to wander off to check my emails now.
Excellent.
Right? And I'll be back in 15 minutes. How long has your long-winded live stream got to go?
It just goes to a random time and then just ends randomly.
Right, sure. Well, I'll see you soon, folks. Don't mind me.
Of course, Fisher, the reason hand dryers are still so noisy is because it's the only way you can move a lot of air is with noise. It's like sirens, fundamentally. Is there anything still want to try and carbonate? Lots of things to carbonate. Do titanium implants survive cremation? I think they do. There's certain things have to remove before cremations. remove pacemakers and stuff like that. Did you ever think of compiling a list of great Temu AliExpress finds? Well, all the videos that I'm doing from the AliExpress unbaggings, they've got a list of the links that you can actually follow. But shop about. Don't just use those links without checking the price is okay, because they can randomly make them. I haven't seen a Dyson Airblade for a while. They're still about, but there's in different forms. You get the wall-mounted ones that just blow out the bottom of the unit. And you also get the ones built into the taps, the faucets. What should I add to vodka to make it festive? Orange or anything, cola, anything. Vodka is by default very festive. Wolf of the Christmas tree? No. What's the most recent dangerous Chinese shit I've disassembled? Hard to say, there's so much of it. I keep thinking I should do what's the most dangerous or worst product I did this year, and it's very hard to think of a specific one, partly because I put out approximately 180 videos a year, not including the live streams. Include the live streams and it's like over 200. Hate those Dysons with a slot, that's the Airblade you have to put your hands in. How's that hygienic? You just avoid touching. You don't run your hands all over them. Ralph is still using the big red button, I think. Not really sure. Why is a camp chair in your living room? This is Ralph's living room. I don't know why there's a camping chair. It's probably because all these seats are Victorian. My dad loved Victorian furniture, and they are absolutely, they leave your ass numb and your back sore. They are terrible to sit in. I think they're basically form before function. Capacitor dropped Christmas lights. I've featured many videos showing the little capacitive droppers you get for running strings of lights, and you can adapt Christmas lights. What's your view in Palestine? I don't follow the news. I don't know what's happening there. Any more Clive songs? No, Christastic, because I used to use FL Studio Mobile on the iPad, and I got really familiar with it and used to just basically doodle music out. And then Apple, it was the iPad 2, and Apple sent an update that just filled the iPad with apps, unwanted apps that you couldn't remove. It was basically, they were just trying to force you to buy a new iPad. And it downgraded it to the point that the software wouldn't run, the music software wouldn't run anymore. It just kept stuttering. So fuck Apple. That's why I stopped making music. Did you bring your spudger? No, I didn't. But I was using it today. Do you know what's happened to phonetic induction? For Andy's just doing Andy things. He has a normal job. Have you tried Strudo for program music? I've not. It looks like it's mainly optimized as opposed to like a full track, so I'm not sure it'd work as well. But certainly looking at people like Switch Angel with her commentary as she does the Strudo, it's quite a good thing. It's quite interesting. It's basically script for generating music and loops. I'm sure there's an open source firmware mod for old iPads. Probably. The only person I've ever seen open plastic bags by sliding the sides left and right like I do. Yeah, Mike Peacock. The reason I started doing that is because I used to sell printed circuit boards and kits and modules before the postal service just bombed. And I got a batch of bags that are really hard to open, that like so hard that as you pull them, the plastic all split and delaminated. And I found that just sliding your fingers on them, almost like snapping your fingers with the Ziploc bag in between, just forced to open. It worked very well. What do you think of Styropyro ripping off Photonic's videos? He's not. It's just a style of video. Thank you, Soul Reaver. Definitely not designed for comfort, probably horsehair-filled furniture. Yes, horsehair-filled. That comes to mind as being, it was a very coarse stuff. Oop, something blipped. I'm going to have to refresh this. And there's an advert. Is the stream still running? The slidey open bag is the most efficient way to do it. It is still running. Where'd the old lady go? He's gone away just as well. It's just going to be endless whiskey. Ralph needs to do other live streams. I missed the PCB shop, man. So many fun projects that got me into electronics. Yeah, sorry about that, Phosphor. Ultimately, it was under Trump's his first go in government that he really messed up the postal system. How did you serve your time? Ayrshire's finest gamer. With a company called EJ Steel & Co. Electrical Engineers. Left school at the age of 16, went straight into an apprenticeship working in steelworks and construction. That's what they specialised in. It's very good. Very heavy. Has had long-lasting physical effects, like certain ways I can't move the arms and ankle wear and stuff like that. It was all super heavy. But good. Very industrial. How about a 2026 resolution to learn easy EDA, Steve R. PCB? I should, but it's just the daunting starting using a new piece of software. Are you having a sleepover at Ralphie's? I am, Phlegm Gob. Sadly so. Nice pants, yes. Audio issues? Are there audio issues? Dunno. You ever met Billy Connolly? No, I have not. I wonder how he's doing. Not wrong with KiCad. See, what I actually used for my printed circuit board designs, the most recent one, unfortunately, it's a Windows piece of software. I'm trying to stay away from Windows. But it's a Sprint Layout. And the reason I used that is because I learned printed circuit board design on Boardmaker 1. And when it used to run in DOS, and when it was like, it became an issue that wasn't supported, I mentioned it on a forum and someone said, you'd probably like Sprint Layout. Because I tried Eagle and it was just arduous. It was just the learning curve. Spending all day and not able to even make one small circuit board was just a chore. So Sprint Layout is very optimized for artistic layout of circuit boards. It's for manual laying them out, and I like it. Doesn't Billy Connolly have, is it dementia? I don't know. Michael J. Fox. Parkinson's? Not really sure. Clive, how did you get the tattoo gig? Dog Whisperer. I knew Vince, the crew chief, for a long time ago, and he took over the job because the previous company was pretty shit, and asked if I wanted to join. I have tried Linux Mint, but I tend to use the Linux on my Chromebook, and I design things like 3D printing. I use Cura and OpenSCAD on this Chromebook. Do you not fancy a 3D printer, Clive? Mr. Chippy, well, as the clue has just been given, I use Cura and OpenSCAD. I do have a 3D printer. You'll see that I don't just do videos about projects like that, but I include the script for the OpenSCAD in the description of the video. Clive, easy EDA is what it says in the can. Easy. You say that, Steve R. PCB, but it's just daunting when you're used to one particular design system. It's learning it from scratch is just a chore. Also, it's the fact that most people design a circuit board by designing the schematic first. I don't. I tend to scribble stuff down with a notepad and pen and then go straight to copper. And I'm not sure the Easy EDA is optimized for that. Why are you holding onto your beard, bro? It's so good to do that, isn't it? It's nice to stroke your beard, yes. Eagle is dead. And it will have its fame, its followers. EDM, electronic dance music, is my favorite type of music. Ralphie is through. He was boring us with whiskey talk. Greetings, Tom from Oz, to Western Australia, Perthy type areas. Easy EDA is not open source. It is not open source. It's an online package that is free at the moment, I think, but that could change. Thank you, Chris Cochrane. All the very best, boys. Clive, would you consider doing a video on LoRa modules? Have a great Christmas abroad. Have a great Christmas abroad, New Year. I've not really looked at LoRa. It's a bit of a specialist subject. Do you remember they tried turning it into a cryptocurrency, the crypto people? That was annoying. Do you do highway maintenance? No. Clive, you could do AMSR with your voice. People say that. A lot of people use my videos to help them sleep. If you want to do copper first, then Easy EDA will suit you. Certainly, Easy EDA, the fact it's kind of tied into a degree with GLC PCB is quite tempting. I should. Also, that would work on the Chromebook because it is, I think it would work on the Chromebook because it is done in the browser, is it not? Merry Christmas from Belgium. Thank you, Jeroen. I like Ralphie's Tales and I don't even drink whiskey. Ralph should have a Ralphie Tales channel. BigCloud.com with Easy EDA you can create PCB layout and bang down pads and parts out a schematic. It's very easy. I should have a go at it. All the yawning says you need some carbonated coffee. Indeed. I slept quite well last night. Sorry, I'm yawning. I found the transition from Eagle to Easy EDA standard version pretty easy. Well, yawn is a sign of oxygen deficiency. It's probably the fire in here sucking all the oxygen. Oh, I could have brought my CO2 monitor across. There should be a carbon monoxide alarm in here. But it does look like it's going up the chimney, so it's fine. My Chromebook is shit, but it was only $80. That's why it was shit, Norm Swan. This is the Chromebook Plus. I paid a bit more. It's a more upmarket one. It's faster, and it makes a big difference. The Ralphie stories. When he was young, he's always had this thing that he likes to command the attention by telling his stories. And some old relative, can't remember, great grandmother, Aunt Phil, I never knew. They were dead before I was old enough to even know them as such. They called them Ralphie stories. What about KiCad? Not Chromebook friendly, or don't you like it? I've never really tried KiCad. Once you're used to one package, like in my case, Sprint Layout, you just stick with it. But I've not designed a circuit board in ages. I really should do more. Peter Johnson is man flu for Christmas. Sorry to hear that. I thought you were a night owl, Clive, yawning already. I slept normal hours yesterday, so that's not it's odd hours for me, really. Is Ralph's hair dye a hazard? Ralph doesn't use hair dye. We've not really gone grey, which is odd. Thank you, Chris Tastic. Age difference between you and Ralphie? Ralphie is 3 years older. I just scratched with graph paper and a pencil. I don't even use graph paper. I just sketch straight in with a pen. As you've seen schematics and stuff I draw for the reverse engineering. When I reverse engineer the circuit, I get a feel for the circuit, and then either I'll go straight to the final one, or if it's complex, I'll just doodle it down to see which paths are, which place components are better put for the tracks not crossing too much. DD Jazz says, "Hi Clive, I used Sprint Layout a long time ago. It's very intuitive, very easy to get used to. And then once you're used to it, it's just, it's intuitive. It's very, you just get comfortable with it. Does YouTube hours allow you to switch off for a few days, Clive, over Christmas? Not really, because I will be checking, I will be releasing videos, and I will be checking comments. And you might think, oh, that doesn't take long, checking comments. If you knew the number of comments that I get in, it does consume a lot of time. Are we going to seeing any behind the scenes from Ember to do again? Love those videos a few years ago. Dan, I have released daily shorts on Patreon, but I can't release stuff on the main channel for public view because there are non-disclosure agreements. It's all gone very formal. You can't really show too much behind the scenes. Also, the music causes huge problems. I got more Shanky's whip for New Year's. Is that masturbation? I'm not really sure, Jeff Massey. Well, I did start off drawing the tracks due onto Copperclad with a permanent marker, and also the rub-on transfers. It wasn't great, but it worked. Grant Rennie's saying one of his friends is in hospital with flu. That's not so great. How's the kitties going? The kittings have been in and out here. But back over the other place, little Hutchie was in a couple of times today. So this stream will probably finish at past, just so you know that. Never use rub-on transfers. You didn't miss anything, Tony Bradley. They're not great, but they were fine. It's what we had. Please play one of your tracks. Can't really do that, but you can go and find it. If you type in so much YouTube, no time for sleep, you'll find one of them. There is a lot of seafood sold here, Jimbo, but the bulk of there's a huge fishing industry in the Isle of Man, but it does get shipped away. The keto is only during the week. I take the weekend off usually. Still nipping into the Glasgow meets. The Glasgow meetups, we haven't done one in a while because it was really hard finding a place that was spacious enough to do them, because initially we used to do them at the Counting House, which is a Weatherspoons pub, but anytime that you guys are free to actually attend something like that, it tends to be super busy. We won't be having Russian military rations for Christmas dinner. We'll be having Ralphie rations. 64 Jimboy, I've done a good amount of vodka now. Thanks again. Happy New Year. That's reasonable enough. Sleep well. There were special marker pens sold for making circuit boards, but I found that they still didn't really put down a dense enough layer. I like Veriboard. Well, the Veriboard, I've not used that in a while. You can still buy it though. I have a Glade air freshener, and it has a timer 30 minutes 15. Oh, that's the pump action one. Unfortunately, it's not so easy to modify them because it is usually tied in software. The shitty pink USB charger from China is another song, indeed. Thank you, Soul Reaver. Would definitely like to see more circuit design and build. I should do more. Too much reverse engineering these days. Oh, I tried the crepe tape as well. You used to get thin rolls of tape that you could lay on. That's how the professionals used to do it. And it worked okay, but Sometimes the ferric chloride just etched underneath. Ralphie is not getting a fanny flambeau for Christmas. Merry Christmas back to you in Sweden, Timmy. Forgot this on. Need to head to work before the rain. Ah. Drop to say Merry Christmas. Ah, reasonable enough, Duckman. Ultimately, the older laser printers, I used to use the digital LN03, so Ciavids laser printer for PCB transparency. You get a really heavy tone in the print. That was the problem. All the modern toner printers don't really put a huge amount of toner down. They're very thrifty in that. The Project Binky Boys 3D printed circuit boards with the traces, worth a watch. I think I've come across those. Did they not route the circuit boards? Can't remember. Oh, and the pads. You got sheets of the pads that you could put down, and then the shaped tracks that went between them. Merry Christmas to you as well, unmanaged. I hate 2D printers, love the 3D. Yes, like the 3D printers. Yes, it's good if you can run the 3D, if you can run the print through twice, even the inkjet. Now, if you use an inkjet onto proper transparency material, you get a material for making transparencies, and it's called, is it screen print transparency? And it's not transparent, it's translucent, but it absorbs tons of ink. And you can change the settings in your printer to a particular profile that is just everything set up to extreme. It'll put tons of ink out, like more than a photo. And that produces very good transparencies. Just want to say, never any test taken, never said was any number to do with me, whatever Ralph is on about. Boiled ham mustard sandwich, Hitmanic. Is that just cured ham? Not sure. Maybe good for some mod to post a Twitch link reminding people Clive is often on Twitch now. I'm on Twitch every Saturday. I've been electroplating 3D prints with copper using conductive paint. Ah, I've seen that. It's quite interesting. UV-based resin printers are very convenient for exposing photosensitive dry film PCBs. Ah. I think one option for making circuit boards is spraying them with the black paint and then using the laser, the fiber lasers, they call them, but they're not always fiber laser, to actually just etch small circuit boards out very quickly. These days, it's so easy to get batches of circuit boards made, and it's quite quick though. I can hear Ralph laughing, so he's not checking his email. Christmas has started, neighbours are fighting. This is good, Reb's dioramas. Absolutely. For a while I was working my way through a Teach Yourself Electronics book, but it's been so long I have to reread it. To be honest, I'd recommend you just buy kits and start building stuff or watching videos. What are you having to eat after the live stream? I don't know. I don't know what Ralph's got here. Are you off Dr. D. Dasani? Sleep well or have a good day, depending what time it is in the world where you are. I have seen that lava lamp wall has been about for a long time for generating random things. Wait, how can you hear him? Are you on a video call? He's through in another room. Ralph could be cracking one off. Who knows? My aunt was showing me her machine at work. It can make up to a 16-layer PCB in demand. I'm not into anything above 2-layer PCBs, the front and back. As soon as you get intermediate layers, I'm just not into that at all. It makes them very hard to service. It could have been a funny email. My turkey has to go in the oven at 8 in the morning. Ah. Ember Christmas lights are amazing from a video I saw. I haven't seen those. It's ending in 10 minutes, so you know, Ralph.
Oh my goodness. You still got an audience?
Just almost time for one Ralphie story.
Oh, I don't think we've got long enough for that, Clive.
But mica powder makes it like a liquid wind tunnel. I'm not sure that was connected, but mica is interesting in liquids. I've not seen the. Do you remember they had the Virgin Media or Virgin Tunnel Road of Light, and they wouldn't let people take pictures of it because when it arrived, they found it arrived from Italy, and they discovered that it was made of wood, and all the wiring was open, and the electrical connections were just nails hammered into the wood with bits of wire wrapped around them at 240 volts. And because it was tripping their RCDs, they had to bypass them all, and it was an electrical death trap. That's why they weren't letting people take pictures of it. Are you on coffee for receiving coffees? I'm not. I'm only on Patreon. Ralph is still able to walk after 25 minutes of just checking emails. Indeed. Ralph's got the same shirt as I have. Thought they might be 50 years apart. Okay. Thank you all that's random. Have a great Christmas both. We will. Will Ralphie's hat whiffle? No, we're not set far to Ralph's hat. He does do Ronnie Corbett. He goes off at tangents. Brie cheese and biscuits sounds good, Hitman. Ralph, you should do a Ralphie's story channel where all you do is ramble.
Should I?
Yes. Not even whiskey talk unless you absolutely want to do it. Just ramble. And it would probably be quite popular.
Cheers, folks.
Clive needs more question and answer their viewers. Very good at it. RFX Stuart. I've not done a question and answer video in a long time. Usually when I'm doing a project. Quite often. When ramblings is great, more rambling, please. Yes, they want rambling. But Ralph's got rambly stories that no one likes to hear, but is surprised there's a lot. What horror? What?
Yeah. I'm glad you enjoyed your lemon meringue pie cocktail, Clive.
Isn't that? I didn't actually. Isn't that fitter philosophy? It was okay, but really it was just it was like something you get at Starbucks for with cream and everything thrown on it and sugary things.
Yeah, that's what it was, Clive, because you like confectionery.
So the stream will be finishing in 7 minutes. Just so you know this, plenty of notice. What day is today's Thursday? No, today's Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Because Christmas is Thursday and that's tomorrow. But depending on where you are in the world, but I will be back Saturday anyway, doing a live stream. Thank you, Jacob Baresh. Fun stream. Merry Christmas. Thank you. And to you. Have you guys had Granny Tablet? Are we talking just tablet? You used to love making tablet.
I used to make tablet and fudge.
Yes.
In fact, the best recipe for fudge I ever got was at the end of a children's book called Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, written by Ian Fleming, who is more famous for writing the James Bond books. That he basically was fed up writing James Bond books and he wanted a change. He wanted to write a children's book, and he wrote Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, which was made into a film, a very good film actually, a lot of character in it. And at the end of the story is, for some whatever reason, a recipe for chocolate fudge, which I made. And it was beautiful.
What's tablet, says Mr. Alex? It's a confection which is like a very crystalline fudge, is the best way to describe it. But fudge has different meanings in parts of the world.
It's soft, crumbly toffee.
Steve, I won't be bringing general live streams back to YouTube because I don't trust YouTube. I want to keep them separate because they tend to be a bit random, the ones on the Saturdays. What's your hat size, Clive? It's big.
He has a big head because he is.
So adjustable hats is always the way to go. Dick Van Dyke and Shitty Shit. Was Dick Van Dyke?
Dick Van Dyke, yes.
He's still alive. He's over 100 now.
He's more or less 100, yes.
He is over 100. He's hit the 100. And he's still capable. What's your beard size? It's also very big.
It goes, chitty chitty bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang, we love you.
Big, want to send you a Boston cap. I do have Boston style caps here, but having said that, I don't know what a real Boston cap looks like. I am a giant, Miss Disguise.
And who is one of the villains in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, Clive? The child catcher.
I don't know, can't remember. I was young.
Clive, we were both young, but I remember because I don't have the same memory in inertia that you have.
When do we see you without your hat? I mean, the reason I got the hat on is because that's the microphone is attached to the hat. So I need the hat on for the microphone.
As you see, there's no particular difference. It doesn't improve his appearance or detract from it.
What is your book called again, Ralph?
It's called...
Thank you, Soul Reaver. The child catcher was played by Robert Helpman.
Yes. Who was a ballet dancer. It's called Barbados, Island of the Yellow Bird.
It'll be in reverse.
And it's in reverse.
Silk Slick X has just found his drone. That's good. Raspy Shoulder, thank you. Merry Christmas, yes. What's your job except YouTube? Technically speaking, electrician to trade, entertainment industry is most of the things. Lighting technician.
Technically speaking,
have you been drinking, Ralph?
Lazy slugabed.
I do have, the problem with the welder's caps is finding them big enough for my head.
And Clive, I'm just tired because I've had such a busy day, but I'm not going to throw the towel in because we're still live streaming and it's important that I persevere to the very end of this live stream.
And it's 3 minutes to go anyway. What is this book? Fiction, non-fiction? It's non-fiction. It's Ralph travelled to Barbados to investigate the rum market, I believe.
Yeah, you will easily find it on Amazon. Just put in Ralphie Mitchell, R-A-L-F-Y Mitchell, as the author, and you'll get all my books. Because I've got them all. I've got 4 books. Search for a Whiskey Bothy, Stories from a Whiskey Bar, Life, Death and Whiskey, and Barbados, Island of the Yellow Bird.
Thank you, Keep Out. Merry Christmas, Clive and Ralph. Always enjoy your streams.
I'm about to start my 5th book.
2 minutes to go to the end of the stream, just so you know. No fuffles, because I can't set fire to anything in here in Ralph's house.
Hasn't stopped you in the past.
Ralphie doesn't have an audiobook.
I don't do audiobooks.
We are the Mitchell brothers indeed.
And I hope you have a wonderful seasonal time.
What's the topic of Ralph's 5th book going to be? Who knows?
If you're celebrating Christmas, go for it.
Half an hour to Christmas and I'm sorting out my bedroom. Oh, what fun. Aha.
Wonderful.
Oh, that's how you found your drone. But anyway, if you're spending Christmas on your own, you're a winner because that's...
you are a winner.
It's the quietest. Family Christmases can be a bit tedious.
It can be horrendously stressful.
But if you're on your own, I remember my first Christmas known, and it was just really relaxed. Not related to David Mitchell.
Yes. And remember, folks, family are the people you know that you should never think are actually your friends.
You've screwed that one up, Ralph. Thank you,
No, I
Christian
haven't
Howard.
screwed it up
Obligatory
at all.
love to Kevin Post. So, Reaver, thank you. Merry Christmas to both of you and a Happy New Year. So the stream is ending very soon. Unmanaged, thank you. Thanks for everything. Have some AliExpress cash. Thank you. I shall abuse it on frivolous and delightful gadgets for our entertainment.
For a change.
But the stream is now about to end. Nubby in New Zealand, thank you. Merry Christmas, Clive and Ralph. Season's greetings from New Zealand, where Christmas is in full swing. It's Christmas there already. Okay, the stream is about to end. I'm heading for the camera, for your awkward
He
moment.
is. Oh, my goodness.
Oh. And you get to look at the beard saturated out with the light here.
Unlucky.
So I shall catch up with you. I'll be on Twitch on Saturday at round about the same starting time. Until then, take care, have fun, and have a great Christmas.